Past 2 years, something occurred to me about this. Most people, you and I, middle class, make decent money, but last 2 years, feeling completely poor, broke. A lot of people. I speak to a whole bunch of people that, whether it's in real life or online, are middle class from the outside looking in, but deep down in real life, like they themselves, they just know they're like having a tough time like keeping their money, or they feel like 2 years ago they used to make so much more. And here's kind of like what I realized is that you're not doing anything wrong. If anything, you're doing much better than you were 2 years ago. You're probably making more, but things are more expensive now. And there's two things that I realized that I was doing that was attributing to this, and it was not helping the problem at all. So the outside world you can't control. You can't control the prices. You're not going to go out there and protest. Nothing's going to happen by you scrolling on Twitter or X or social media and seeing this stuff and getting pissed off. What will help though is two things. One is putting your money through a litmus test of needs and wants. Do I need Dunkin' Donuts coffee every day, or do I want it? Like maybe you just go and buy coffee and you make it at home. That's easier said than done. Sometimes you're on the run and it's easy, but those are one of the small things. And most people think like, oh, well, the coffee's only $4. Well, yeah, times it by 6, 7 days a week or 5 days a week by 12 months out of the year, and this stuff adds up. And the coffee example is just one example. There's so many more examples that can give you like death by a thousand cuts and can add to that. So putting your money through wants and needs and spending it wisely, that's one thing. But the second thing is that you have this outside variable of things getting more expensive, and you haven't changed any of the variables in your own life on how much money you make. Now, maybe you've gotten a raise or you make a little bit more than you did, but it's not enough to catch up with the trend. So my video to you, and just the reason why I'm saying this is because there's nothing wrong with you. Like, you're not screwing up, you're not doing bad. It's just the times right now. And it will get better. I have some optimism for the future and that things are going to get better. But for the time being, just don't get sucked down that cycle of continuing to spend your money on things that you want rather than you need, at least for now, until you have enough of a cushion to where you can kind of upgrade that lifestyle a little bit again. Now, it's easy to say downgrade your lifestyle for right now and save your money, but it's very difficult and hard to do. So here's a trick that I used that helps me out a little bit. Whenever you get paid, go open up a second bank account, go open up a savings, something where no bills are auto drafted from. And every single time you get your paycheck or you get your money, wherever from your business, take the money that it goes into from your checking account and put it in that different account. And if a bill comes out, let it overdraft for less than 24 hours. You'll be fine. The world won't explode. You won't die. But take the money from that bill, put it into your checking account, and then make it positive again or make it even again and make sure it's not negative. And that's going to put your money through a litmus test of when it's in the bank and when bills come out to see, is that bill a want or a need? And if it's a need, then obviously pay the bill. But if it's a want, then maybe double check it and maybe try to cancel it. Same thing when it comes to going out and spending money on groceries or spending money on this. And you'll be able to filter out a lot of the things just by necessity, because you don't want your bank account to be negative. You want to make sure you put the money back into it, but it's going to put at least a stop or a hurdle for you spending things on those reoccurring subscriptions. Or maybe you're spending a little bit too much on your car bill and you realize at the end of the month, holy cow, I don't have $472 left for my car. Like, maybe it's time to trade in my car and downgrade or something like that. Like, you're going to be all right. But the reason for this whole video is not to say that it's easy to do this, or not to say that you are poor, because you're not poor, most likely, if you're watching this. Like, you're working hard, you're doing the right things. It's just going to take a little bit of time for things to catch back up, and you need to do just a few things and change a few habits in order to not go completely bankrupt or broken in debt in order to make it through this. And once you make it through this, the interesting thing, and probably the silver lining of this, is you're going to have a whole new set of skills and experience on how to manage your money and how to not spend it like an idiot like I used to do. Now, I still spend my money sometimes like an idiot, but we're human beings, we can't help it. Here's the thing. You're not poor. You are middle class just like the rest of us. But the problem is the world has changed even if it's just a little bit in your local area, and you haven't changed anything yourself. So you're getting stuck behind. So don't get stuck behind, change those small habits, and you'll be all right.